What's up, Hoopers? It's Coach Alex from Think Pro Basketball, and in today's video, we are going to go over how to make your crossover unguardable. Let's get started. Oh. Shoopa! All right, guys, so like I said, it's all about working on our crossover today. So I'm going to give you a couple of key points to think about. And then at the end, I'll give you a drill or two to work on so you can just, practice your crossover, get into your jumper, and get into the basket. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is selling the drive. Sell your drive, meaning you've got to make the defender believe that you're trying to get to the basket or you're trying to get to a certain spot with the way that you're carrying your handle, all right? So with the crossover, you see a lot of NBA players where they really extend and snap that ball, right? So that's the selling the drive part that I'm talking about. Because if you just cross over like this, you're not really selling anything other than you're standing straight up and you're just out here dribbling the basketball. But if you truly want your crossover to work, you gotta sell that you're trying to get to either to the basket or you're trying to get to one spot. So it's a, right? And we wanna snap that ball across. With that drive, so when I go here, right, I'm selling as if I'm trying to go somewhere. Okay, which is gonna put the defender on their heels. So if I'm guarding you and you drive me with that foot, boom, I'm going here with you. Because that's my job. I'm trying to stay in front, keep the ball contained. And then when you cross over, all my momentum is going this way. As an offensive player, you have the ball, so you're in control. As a defensive player, I've got to guess and try to figure out what you're gonna do next. But if you can sell your defender on that drive or trying to get to a certain spot on the court, no matter if I'm going left or right, I gotta sell you on that. And if I can do that properly and successfully, it's gonna help my crossover move. All right, so that's step one. Sell the drive and you'll be able to continue on the move and get your defender to believe that you're gonna go one way and you bring them back, now they're lost, all right? So if you make that first part successful, then you'll be able to continue on with the move and make it work. All right, the next thing we're gonna talk about is the momentum and power that you load up into that front foot. All right, so when I'm making that drive, right? So if I'm driving hard here and I'm selling that, the thing we just talked about, selling the drive, all my momentum and power is on this front foot here, right? Because I'm shifted all my weight that direction. I'm here, boom. So now when I do crossover, I can be explosive. I can get by you quick because I've loaded everything right here. So when I do change my direction, boom, it's quick. So just think about from going from this position here to this position here, because that's where your crossover is gonna happen, right? So I'm here, boom, boom, okay? You gotta load that front foot up. So that's the next thing we wanna talk about, is putting all that momentum and power and explosive ability into that front foot. If I was going to the right, same thing, boom, boom. It's also gonna help you with the shift and change of the basketball, right? Again, if I'm just up here, I have nothing. I'm equal on both sides. But once I go into my move, boom, I can be quick, I can be shifty and explosive, which is gonna allow me to create the advantage I'm looking for, okay? So we've talked about selling the drive. Now we're talking about loading that front foot, putting our power momentum into that foot here, so when we get ready to change, we're able to do it successfully with some power to create the advantage we're looking for to help make your crossover unguardable. All right, the third thing I want to talk about is even adding a little bounce to your step, okay? When I watch NBA players use a crossover move and even learning something from it, I like the way they add a little bounce to their step when they go into their crossover, because it just adds a little something extra to the move. Because as a defender, if I'm coming at you like this, boom, what? Boom, you're done. Because I'm setting you up. I'm setting you up as a defender. I'm here, I'm looking at you, okay, I gotta be on my toes. I gotta be on my heels. I've gotta get ready to react, but I have no idea what you're about to do. So if I can set you up that way, right? So if I'm ready to go into my move, boom, and I put that bounce into it, right? Just a little something extra, a little sauce on it, then you're gonna make the move that much better. It's setting up the defender rather than just going right into your move, right? Which is fine, don't get me wrong, which is fine. But I've watched so many NBA players use this so successfully by just simply adding the little bounce, right? Because that allows them to get the power, to get the momentum, to start their move, to set up the move, to then finish off the defender with just that, all right? So we wanna, if you want, you don't have to. I think it's a great trick to add to your crossover move by simply just adding a little bounce, planting, selling the drive, putting your feet, your momentum and power into that front foot to make the crossover work, all right? So that's the third thing. We got one more topic to talk about, and then we'll get into a couple of drills. All right, guys, the last thing we're going to talk about before we get into some drills is going to be the speed that you put on the basketball when transferring it from your left hand to your right or your right hand to your left. All right, so it's the speed, the tempo. So when I go into my crossover move, if I add the bounce or if I don't want to cross the ball over and go slow, right? Because if I do, it gives the defender an opportunity to get their hand in there, poke the ball loose, steal it, disrupt what I'm trying to accomplish. So when I go into my move, I gotta snap that ball. Boom, I gotta move it. If I move it, it allows then an opportunity for me to break the ankles of the defender, keep them off balance. So when I push that ball, I bounce, I'm setting them up. I give them that hard drive to sell the drive. I plant that foot, put all the power and momentum into it. They're shifted here. If I snap the ball across slow, I can stay in front of you. But if you snap that ball quick, I've got to go from this position and guessing to loading up to now try to change my momentum to try to stop you. By that time it's too late. You've created the advantage you're looking for to get to the basket and to score. So we want to snap that ball across. Boom. So if you're working on stationary, just snap that ball as fast as you can to work on your speed and the tempo of your crossover. Okay? That's going to help. Now when you get into it, boom, you shift your weight. We don't want to get, that's not working. The speed is going to help you be more successful and create opportunities for you to score, whether it's getting to the rim or getting to your pull-up jump shot. All right, so next we're going to dive into a couple of drills. The first thing we're going to talk about is crossover into your pull-up jump shot, and then we're going to do a crossover and get to the rack. All right, let's talk about those next. All right, so the first drill, like I said, we're just going to work on a crossover into our pull-up jump shot. Very simple, very easy. All I want to do is I'm just going to start out here, right? I'm going to go into my little bounce. I'm going to go into my crossover, right into my pull-up jump shot. Simple, easy, a move you can use in isolation, transition, one-on-one, in the middle of an offense, whatever you feel like it's the right time. All we're attacking, boom, pull up, okay? Easy, simple, full speed, check it out. All right, Hoopers, moving on to the next drill. We're gonna be working now on the crossover to a drive. All right, so we just did the jumper, but same thing. Bounce into it, set your defender up, sell the drive, hard cross, kick to the basket, and score, okay? Again, we're trying to make our crossover unguardable. That's why I'm giving you two different drills to work on it and put it into a jumper or to a drive, okay? Sell the drive, put your momentum into that front foot, give a little bounce into it, hard snap across, beat your defender, get to the basket and score. Full speed, you want it? Here it is. All right, Hoopers, well, that's it for today's video on how to make your crossover unguardable. Remember the few tips that I gave you and you'll be just fine. Now, until I see you again next time, make sure you hit the like button, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment or a suggestion. We appreciate all those. Most importantly, click the subscribe button, join Think Pro Basketball, check out all the great content we release every single week designed to give you the best on-court training possible. All right, so until I see you again next time, hit the gym, hit the court, put the work in, and remember to always keep hooping.